Hello, everyone. We are here for part 3 of the 24-hour sprints that Neva does every single month. And last month I missed them, so I'm very excited to be back in the fold, back hosting the 24-hour sprints, being a part of the system. I'm happy to be here. Hello, everyone. Let us know what you're reading, what you're doing, that you're here. Let us know in the comments. We're going to go around and tell you what we're reading and doing while you're waiting. I am here with the lovely Leandra and Neva, and I'm going to assume that everyone knows both of you because you're here. You've both been here this week already. So like at this point.
That's true.
I've seen you both this week on this channel, so we're gonna just go with people know who you are. So you don't have to introduce yourselves, but you do have to tell me what you're doing this evening. So Leanne, you want to kick it off?
I'd love to. So I have a lot of things in the works. At the moment, I have No One Leaves the Castle. Let me see if I can get the cover up. Ooh. So this is like, it's a middle grade mystery / fantasy. Which is very fun. I'm really enjoying it so far. I only have got like 20% left. So I think I'm going to finish it quite early. And then your girl is continuing Spy Family. Woo-hoo.
Which ones are you reading?
So I'm on 4 and 5. And so 4 is like the one right after the 4 is the one kind of the dogs introduced. I've already kind of read it. So I'm almost done. I only have like another, I think like scene or two. Yep. The dog is so cute. It's the best. And then I'm doing the scene after that, or the book after that. So I'm going to get a few books done tonight, I think.
I love this. This is fantastic. Neva, how you doing so far? Because you are 8 hours into this.
I'm hanging in. Here's the thing. I feel bad for people that tune in from noon to 4 because like I'm not awake yet. Like I'm really not like, and it doesn't seem to matter because I literally went to bed last night around 1 a.m. and I was like, all right, good. I'm going to get some sleep. Then I put Ari on the bus and I felt good. Like I felt rejuvenated. I was like, I know you don't have school tomorrow. I know. Watch a movie because you're going, hurry up and eat because you're going to bed. Let's go. No, it's going to be bedtime when you're done. Turn this down a little bit, please. Also, if you can hear her movie, she's watching Matilda the musical. It is what it is. But I felt good. I felt rejuvenated. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay up. It's going to be fine. And then I had like a crash at like 12:30. Like I was sitting here, like we were running a sprint, and I was sitting here literally falling asleep. And I was like, gotta get it. But you know what? Right now, I feel good.
That's good.
You know? Have I done any reading today? I've read 2 pages of Twisted, which I read while waiting for Ari's bus. Otherwise, I've not read today. I've been watching YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to make a very interesting vlog segment where I'm talking about like, hi, I'm supposed to be reading XYZ book. Have I read? No, I haven't. But that's fine. You know what I mean? 24 hours. But I have made good progress on this
your diamond painting,
on this chip diamond painting. So this is the rounds
one. Yes.
Me and Harry Potter with squares. We're on a break. You know what I'm saying? They would say on Friends, which I don't even watch that show, but that's fine. But
I thought immediately too. I was like, "You're on a break. You're talking to other people."
Yeah. Oh, you have made a lot of progress.
Oh my goodness!
And it has so many AB diamonds, like the special, like pretty sparkly diamonds. All of this in her shoe, like where you can see
the sparkle in the dress.
Yeah, it's so glittery.
Yeah. Like, and I was like, wow, there's so many ABs in this one. Because there were ABs in every kit that I've gotten from Diamond Art Club. They all have at least ABs in them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But her unicorn one only had them in like 4 spots. Like they weren't, like they enhanced those spots. Mm-hmm. But like, if you're looking at it, like, but there's just so many in this one. So it's like so.
I love that. It does make it fun, like with the glitter. Like I love that.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. As far as the other one, this is as much progress as I've made. Okay, squares are very slow and tedious things.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Nicole told me that
they're kind of annoying, to be honest. But it's fine. It'll get done will it get done by the end of October?
No.
Probably no.
But
I'm
that's
probably
okay. It can take its time. It can live in its space.
To be honest, I'm actually thinking about when I finish this chip one, I'm thinking about kitting up the other Harry Potter one. I have 3 Harry Potter ones, but I have one that is round. I'm
Right.
thinking of kitting that one up and using that for drills and chills instead.
Yep.
Because I can get that. I know I'll get that done.
Yeah.
But I'm just not gonna get this square one done. Like,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. For tonight, I tried to finish this before we got on sprints, and I am in the epilogue.
Oh my gosh, you're like practically finished with it. That's
I'm finishing this during the first sprint because I literally have 7 pages left. So I will read the 7 pages left of Kissing Kosher, and then I need to vlog this so that I can start my next book. That's the thing. This weekend is Bree's categories for Patreon. So I'll be starting my first book for that. And that is One of Us is Dead by Geneva Rose. So that is what I will be reading after I finish the 6 pages and vlog Kissing Kosher.
I'm going to attempt to get some of ACOTAR listened to during these sprints here where we are, because I'm also obviously we're doing 24-hour sprints, but it's also Jan's Patreon.
Jan has a Patreon thing this weekend, doesn't she?
And it's series, so like I don't have what are you doing, ma'am? Like, just read the damn book. You know what I'm saying? I'm just annoyed with Feyre. That's all. But I need to get through the rest of this so I can remember what the twist is at the end.
Oh yeah, because you're rereading this, aren't you?
Yeah.
I should have just gone to book 2, bro.
That's okay.
It's fine. I'm over 50% through. So and I can listen to it at almost 2.5 speed. So it's not going to be forever, you know?
Yeah. Okay, let's jump to the comments and see who is here and what they are reading. We have Abigail reading Well Matched by Jen DeLuca. We have Glenda and Cool Gamer. Hello, hello. Making a candy bracelet. Fun. Hello, Lexi, listening to Thursday Murder Club. I love this for you. Ooh. Hello, ML. Right? I decided to go very fall.
I love it.
In my background. Hello, Nicole, popping in and out. We love to see you. Hello, Tina. Hello, Jen. Love the background. Thank you. I really wanted to go fall because it's fall in my life.
It's been fall for me since August 1st, so.
Same. Going to try and finish Bloody Fool for Love in the first 2 sprints. It's a Buffy spinoff novel. Ooh, we love this for you. Been slowly intrigued through it. I know Leandra loves the Buffy.
Yeah.
Loves the Buffy. Hello, hello. Reading Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. We've got a lot of murder mysteries going on in the chat tonight. It makes me kind of want to read a murder mystery, to be honest.
Yeah, right. This season, especially Halloween Party. The movie just came out, didn't it? Today or yesterday?
Yeah. Reading House on Fire by Bonnie Kistler. Hello, Christina. Actually need your guys' help with a read. Okay, I have my choices prepared. I love that you are ready with your choices. Unfamiliar, which is a witchy story. Bloody Sweet, a vampire story. Nonverbal, an autistic novella. And Strength Check, not sure. Okay. Personally, I would gravitate towards the witchy book or the vampire book. And if you had to ask me what I like better, witches or vampires, that's a hard question. It's difficult. That is difficult. That is hard for me to choose, but I'm going to go with witches.
I can see that too. It's the question of why couldn't there be both? Why can't you have both witches and vampires?
Right.
Why can't we all be friends in the supernatural world? But yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the witchiness too, even though I just got really excited about the Buffy the Vampire Slayer spinoff. But that also has tends to have witches too.
That has other things. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're kind of going with something that might be a bit more thought-provoking, obviously the autistic novella would probably be a bit more thought-provoking, but what vibe are you going for? Do you want to just chill and be like, oh, a vampire, okay, continue on, or do you want to think critically?
Yeah, that's true too. Neva, what are you thinking?
I'm also leaning toward that witch book, bro.
There you go.
Mhm.
We are the witchy bunch.
There also might be a cat, like a familiar.
That's what I mean. There might
Little
be a
animal.
familiar, and we all know that I get very excited when there's a familiar in a witchy book. Like, I'm unnecessarily excited.
We love a good familiar. You know what I mean?
I get so excited. Hello, Ro. How are you? Nicole is also diamond painting and reading the Thursday Murder Club book too, but we'll be hanging out till the end of the 24-hour sprint. Reading Queen of Shadows. It's taking me so long to get through it, but that's a chunky one. That one is huge. But I already finished one book today. Amazing, Jen. Reading Hanged by a Thread by ACF Bookins. I am truly loving it. Nice. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I like the author's last name. That's very fun.
Is it cozy?
It sounds
It
like
kind of
it.
sounds like it could be a fantasy though, too, like a retelling.
Oh yeah. Why is that a thread? You immediately think of like maybe
Where
bone
my brain
spindle and other things. Yeah.
Felt the same. Woke up at 4 a.m. because I had to go to the bathroom and felt great and didn't go back to sleep. Then at 10 a.m. at work, I felt drained and dead. Yep. Hello, Jess. I finished 2 books today and DNF'd one also. Nice.
Busy.
I mean, DNFing is still getting a book off your TBR. I did it yesterday. I had to have the entire chat help me decide to do so, but I did.
I'm glad they supported you.
They did. They supported me in my choices. Spy Family is awesome. It really is. It's so awesome.
I agree.
Is this your first manga? If not, what's your favorite?
You know, it is my first manga. And you know what's funny? So I'm going through the series, but I also on my shelf for like what I want to read next is the Toilet Bound Hanako-kan.
Oh, yeah.
Hanako-kan.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 1 and 2 of that just because I've seen so many people talk about it. Beyond that, I don't really know where to go. So if anyone has recommendations, like Christina, if you can recommend me other series, I'm totally down. So yeah.
I'm very new to manga. I tend to Ren from the Reading Ren. They have so many great manga recommendations. So if you're looking for manga, that's where I tend to kind of go to.
I'm not. I mean, unless you want to see my new editions of Sailor Moon that I just bought.
Which I love the covers of those. I saw them when you posted them and I was like, I'm obsessed.
Will you bring me my Sailor Moon books, please?
I'm literally obsessed with these.
You remember those books I got the other day when I went to the store with Daddy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, get those for me, please.
Also, every time Ro comments that they're reading Rouge by Mona Awad and that it's a gothic fairy tale and it has Oz and Snow White elements, I know that I should not read this book. I know that it's weird and I won't like it, but every time you talk about it and talk about the fairy retelling of it, I want to pick it up. But I know that it's weird because it's Mona Awad.
Yeah. Well, a coworker and I, so I read Bunny like a handful of years ago. And then just this year, my coworker read it and she really liked it. And now we both have been kind of getting excited about Rouge. So yeah, let us know, Ro, what you think about it. I'm imagining it's going to be just as weird as Bunny, which means you're going to love it or you're not going to. Like, it's one of those things where I don't think anyone is too middle of the road. Like with Bunny, I think people either loved it or it wasn't for them.
That's why I'm not picking it up because it sounds like something's for me, but I know that Mona Awad is what we consider weird books, and I just know like I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah. Oh my
but
God,
like it sounds so good.
These are
perfect for the season, like perfect timing.
These are my books that I just bought.
I know glitteriness. You're just surrounded by sparkles this evening.
The covers are so good.
I got them at like the game store. We're not gonna talk about how much they cost me. $28.
But you know what? They're worth it if you love them. You know? Yeah.
They're so pretty, and they had like a whole bunch of them, but I could only afford 2. Like,
work in progress. You're working on your.
You can gradually pick them up, though. Yeah.
But I don't give manga recommendations because, unfortunately, the first manga I ever read.
Did you get one?
Because go sit down and eat your food so you can go to bed. I'm not gonna tell you again. I will go sit downstairs, ma'am.
No.
Okay. Thank you. The first manga I ever read was Your Lie in April, which I don't suggest anyone starts with that one because it is.
Oh, did you tell me about this? Was it devastating?
So
Wasn't it?
Like to this day, I think about it because it crushed my soul.
Oh no.
Can you
It's like a
imagine? Only Neva. This would only happen to Neva, I think.
It's a piece of soul. Because
Devastating.
my siblings were like, "Oh, you haven't really read manga other than Naruto and Sailor Moon.
Mhm.
Here, read this." And I was like, "Okay," and they're like deceiving, bro, because the covers are like pink and green and blue, and they're all like pastel, right? It's like they're like pastel, like shoot, what is that damn? It's not a manga, but it's a graphic novel. About the gay boys. Y'all know what I'm talking about here. It was made into
Heartstopper?
there you go. Yes.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, point one, Leandra.
You got it.
They are like May the Chaos Begin. But they're like pastel colors like that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And then you open it, it is just like death and destruction. And I'm like, what?
No.
What?
That's kind of like romance covers sometimes. They're very deceiving.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that is very deceiving.
I do need to read Spy Family though.
It's so good.
It is very fun.
Hello, Kelsey. How are you? And we also have Steph, took a 3-hour nap. Not sure if I'm going to read tonight, though. That's okay. You can still hang out. It's a cozy with the victim is a trans woman. Interesting. I like that. Not that the victim is a trans woman, but I like that there's like seeing it in a cozy, because I feel like in cozies, we are very limited in what is covered in cozies for
representation. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're getting better. I think like they're learning to be a bit more progressive. Yeah, I agree. That's good that they're being respectful about, the topic.
Hello, Allie. I'm glad that you love the background. I wanted something more fall-y. Finishing up a book called What Start Bad a Morning by Carol Mitchell. Then start reading an ebook called Kiss and Spell by Celine Martin. For the horror crowd, Talk to Me is So Scary. It's a movie. There you go. Not for me. I do not read.
I'm not really in my horror era yet. You know,
I don't do it.
I need at least till like October 1st to be in like my horror era. That's fair.
Yeah. I can read horror, but I can't watch horror. I think it's too visceral for me. I don't watch enough TV, so that like the effects these days are just too much for me. Like I literally feel like I'm like an old lady who's like, "Whoa, look at the graphics," and it's just too much. Like it's literally too much. So yeah.
Hillary is also here reading All Systems Red. We love this. Are you liking All Systems Red? I really want to start this series.
Honestly, I'm kind of like Leandra when it comes to new horror movies.
Yeah,
I always like rewatch the same things. So Netflix always puts like certain movies up only for October. So like they always put like Silence of the Lambs. So I'm like, yes, let's watch Silence of the Lambs. Or he's like Clarice, and I'm like, yeah, living for it.
Nope, absolutely not. Not me. And you will see coming up. There's something in the works for October. There's something in the works. That will make my October and my spooky season so much better than horror.
I'm so excited with it. I mean, I'll still be reading horror, but also participating in this thing that's happening.
Well, it'll be announced like Monday or Tuesday. Like we're going to be announcing it really soon.
I'm so excited. Oh my goodness.
I cannot wait.
I'm very excited about it. Hoping to stay up for the whole 24 hours. The commitment, Tina.
She's been up since mine.
Could never be me. Must be fall. It's no longer 100 degrees.
Listen, Ari went to school today in her winter jacket because she said it was too cold. Of course, like by the time she got home, it was baking outside. You know what I'm saying? Like it was hot.
Yeah.
But like she and I went outside to get her on the bus today in winter coats.
Leandra, do you know what book we're talking about here?
It's not as good as the other. Oh, so in every generation. So we're talking about the Buffy spinoff, and another spinoff that both ML and I really like is the In Every Generation series. But okay, good to know. I won't set my expectations.
I was like, this comment was from a hot minute ago, and I no longer remember what we were talking about, which we are very behind on the comments. So I'm going to try and catch us up really quickly. Because in 10 minutes I have to go do math meds. So,
Okay.
Hello, Kay. Just moving over from Tina and Nicole's, reading Harry Potter 2 and working on some squares. Nice. I mean, because nothing is happening. That's why I DNF'd my book yesterday, to be honest. Oop the like, thank you so much. Unfamiliar is a great idea. I will let you guys know also that we have volume 2 for review. So I may have to go back to back. Nice. I love when I get like the next one out, but then I haven't read the first one. I'm like, oh no, I have to now. I have
okay. Now I'm binging.
Yeah. Cozy Mystery Series by ACF Bookends, the Stitches and Crime series. Nice. I got like 200 pages into it before I DNF'd it. I think like 204. If you look at my Instagram reel, I shot where I was in the book, but I think it was like 204.
Yeah, it was like 20 or something.
Yeah, it was a ways. I was almost 50% into this book and nothing was happening. And I was like, this is not working for me. Leandra, read Monthly Girl. I will yell for you, Ro.
What is it? Read Monthly Girl.
Yes.
Okay, I've already added Demon Slayer as well.
Yeah.
Monthly Girl.
Got a teenage male creator who makes romance manga but is oblivious to real life. Okay, I'm reading it.
There you go.
You know what I did when I Googled it? I went Monthly Girl, ! And it's like Google's not going to recognize the exclamation points. That's just my excitement. So I Googled it.
We also have more manga recommendations from Ro. Read Sasaki and Miyayo. I'm gonna butcher these.
How do I have a fiction?
It's a manga version of Heartstopper.
Okay, Sasaki and
pulling through.
Shot in that comment, Ro. Thank you so much.
Sasaki.
I have a couple Google things I'm gonna have to look into later.
Thank you so much, Ro. We appreciate you.
Here's the thing: how do I have a fan fiction note, but I don't have a manga note? I'm confused.
We need to remedy this.
You need to get one.
Yeah, I'm making one right now. With Sasaki, which it keeps wanting to autocorrect to Dasani, which is the worst word. Anyway,
here is some more manga recommendations. Christina agrees with Ro, but would also recommend. Oh, I'm gonna try my best. Kokoryo Bed and Breakfast for Spirit, and
that sounds adorable.
Of Monmochi House.
Momochi House.
Okay, adding.
Wow. Okay, hold on. I gotta type this out. Hold on.
See, I've gotten into the habit of just screenshotting these comments on my computer.
Smart. Yeah. Meanwhile, I just have like a Google thing open. I'm like, okay, open another tab, search the title, boom, it's there.
Working really well for me.
Demons.
Oh, do you need that back up?
Nope, I got it. I can see the comment in the comments.
Oh yeah, right. I love how I forgot that you could do that. It's fine. Everything's fine. April is not a one I would recommend. Yeah.
No. Here's the thing. It's about like Your Lie in April is about music, but it also has like, I'm trying to think how to say this without, because like here. There's distinct child abuse in this book. And like death of a parent also, but like death of the abusive. I don't know. It just everything for that story hit way too close for home for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely. Sometimes you need to be in not going and not knowing that is like,
and they didn't tell me.
Prepare yourself, then that's one thing.
If someone other than my brother and my sister had suggested that I read this and that's what had been in it, we would not be friends. But I did call them and yell at them. And I was like, what is wrong with you people? I thought that you loved
excuse me.
I have dedicated my life to you, and I feel like you have just completely betrayed me as your older sister. Okay?
Yeah, I know. I would also do that if someone who knew my life story and then did not prepare me for things. I'm like, no.
And not only do they know my life story, like you lived it with me.
Right.
Kidding?
Yes. Yeah. No, totally. Yes, Kay. I know. The whole
No.
book is supposed to be a retelling where he is a werewolf, and at 200 pages, we still hadn't hit the werewolf part.
And I was on the sprints with her when she DNF'd it, and she was like, I have to let this book go. She's like, I'll give it one more sprint, and I have to let it go.
I did. I gave it one more sprint, and I was like, if there's no wolves, I'm done.
And then she came back and she
No
said,
wolves, I'm
and
done.
I'm finishing this book.
I'm releasing it into the atmosphere, everyone. Hello, Ulysses. Hello, Michaela. Not sure if I'm going to read tonight. I'm going to get milkshakes. Ooh,
Oh,
I'll
I'm
decide
so
when I get
jealous.
back. I love milkshakes. That's
Here's
a
the
great
thing.
plan.
I want to read, like, in my heart of hearts, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But your girl is burnt out, bro. I'm burnt out. I just don't feel like it. Like I want to. Like I keep picking my Kindle up and I'm like, yes, we're gonna read. And then I read like one page and then I'm like,
Yeah.
never mind.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
Given is a boy band with 2 members who fall in love, also a manga.
Okay, well we have that one.
I've already screenshotted this as well because yes, please.
Apparently we're just gonna enter our manga era. Okay.
And I'm really happy to enter it on the gay manga era.
I know. That's what I feel good about all of these recommendations, like Christina, Camilla, Ro, anyone else. Thank you all so much. I feel much more prepared.
Right? A lot of these people are people that I like trust what they're reading. You know what I mean? Exactly. Okay, we are at the end of the comments though, so let me pull up the time.
All right, what do you need to tell Leandra and Brittany?
Oh, Ari needs to tell us something. Hold on, let me put the timer back.
Go ahead.
Ari?
I'm ready.
Come on, bro. We don't have all night. I mean, we do, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go. You have to speak up. You're not gonna be able to whisper. You're not just say it.
It's there.
You want me to plug my ears?
Ari, if you want to whisper it, you could send it to me as a voice message on Instagram.
Or I can plug my ears. You want me to turn on my video for a minute while you tell them what you need to tell them? You'll do a voice message. Okay. You want to send it
right now?
Do you want to send it to Leandra too?
Yes. To both
Okay,
of
I'll make
them,
a group
because
chat.
I don't know what their phone numbers are, and
Okay,
we can't call them ever.
I'll make a group chat, but let's not point the pointy tweezers at my face.
Also,
I understand that it has a plastic cover, Ari, but if it didn't have a plastic cover, these are very sharp, bro.
So they would make you
Crazy
bleed.
person. Also, Ollie says hello to you.
and so does Kay.
And Kay also says
Hi,
hello.
Ollie. Hey, Kay.
All right, go
I
finish
had
your
a great
pizza.
day last night.
Love this comment. Ollie is home.
Yes. Go eat your food.
I was like, yes. And I was like, I love this. Not gonna make any manga recs because my taste can get really dark. I mean, I'm okay with dark as long as I know ahead of time that that's the case. Does that make sense?
Yes, as we were kind of all talking, it's the preparation, the mental and emotional preparation.
Going into it knowing that, so I'm totally okay with that. Just I will go in knowing that that's the case. So if you want to recommend some, feel free. But we are going to go into our next sprint. Well, I guess it's Neva's next sprint. It's my first one, you know. It depends on when you joined this 24
When
hours.
you join the 24 hours, and that will tell you.
Next, it may be first.
We're all on different journeys.
We're also doing
The same destination.
So let us go, and I will see everyone in 45 minutes. Hello.
Hello.
How did that sprint go for you, Leandra?
I was quite successful. I read another chapter in the middle grade mystery that I'm reading. I think I've got like 2 chapters left. I've got 1 mission left in Spy Family Volume 4. And I checked my library. I put on hold the first volume of Given, and I put on hold the first volume of Bed and Breakfast for Spirits.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. So I'm very fortunate. I was kind of like, okay, am I going to have to find these like on ebook format?
Right.
But it looks like my system has a few of them. So yeah.
That is
I'm
nice.
very excited.
You never know with the library system what they're going to have and what they don't. It's always hit or miss. During that sprint, I finished the 7 pages I still needed to read in Kissing Kosher, and I updated that vlog. So that's done.
Excited to watch it.
And then I started One of Us is Dead and got 11% into that. So,
oh my gosh, quick.
It's a very short book. Like it's only a 9-hour audiobook at normal speed. So
yes, you're gonna be. And you have you've got the audiobook and you have the ebook. Nice. Are you enjoying it so far? Is it still too early to kind of tell?
I'm still trying to figure out what's going on, but it definitely has like Desperate Housewives, Real Housewives vibes. Yeah. So I'm enjoying it so far, but it's, I'm only like 3 chapters in.
It's early days.
It's still early to make any sort of determination. At this point, if you ask me like, who's this person? I'd be like, not sure.
Yeah. Still finding out.
Don't know. We did have some people join us during that sprint. So we have E. Harris. Hello. How are you? And we had Rye and Andy, feeling a bit slumpy, but would love to get some reading done tonight. I'm currently reading Dustborn by Erin Bowman. Well, I hope the sprints help you with getting some reading done. I find sometimes I'm a bit better when I have sprints than if I don't. If I don't, I tend to do other things. It's not good. Read 66 pages. Amazing, Abigail. That sprint was very fast. I agree. I was like, oh, that 45 minutes was gone like that. Lexi vacuumed, dusted, cleaned the windows, and got to 12% in Thursday Murder Club. Lexi doing the most during that sprint.
Per usual.
I mean, always. Hello, Bree, reading Children of the Fallen Gods tonight and sprint hopping. Yes, because like I was telling everyone earlier, Bree's Patreon readathon's happening this weekend. So over on the Patreon, Bree's got some more sprints going on.
It never stops. She's always doing something.
There's always stuff going on, right? That's what I'm reading One of Us is Dead for, is I'm doing categories. And this is my first book for that. So now I can finally get started on the readathon now that I finished my book that I thought I'd have finished before the readathon started and I didn't. Best laid plans, right? Only read a few pages and played with the cat. I mean, I would play with a cat
worth
too.
It.
Totally.
That counts as being productive.
Totally. Had to finish a school assignment before I could read, but it's done, and showered this sprint. That's some good productivity, finishing and getting a shower in. Didn't read, had dinner, was creamy chicken noodle soup in a pumpkin-shaped bowl. I love that you used a pumpkin bowl. I want fall, like a warm soup with a pumpkin bowl, like perfect.
It's soup season. Yes.
Finished crocheting a rectangle of a cardigan.
Cool.
But not a cardigan, a shawl. I was like, oh wait, there's a second comment.
I was like, whoa.
Still, I could not make either of those things.
Yeah. So, honestly, you could be saying gibberish and I'd be like, that is so cool, because I don't understand any of that.
I cannot do it. So amazing. Listened a bit and crocheted a bit. Nice. Filled out some things in my planner for next week and read. I'm 40 pages until the end. ML, you are so close. We're definitely going to get you finished that tonight on these sprints. We've got this. Hello, Alicia. 60 pages left in the picture of Dorian Gray. Okay, we are close to finishing another book here as well. I think we can finish some books on this part of 24-hour sprints.
I agree. And also that title, it's a classic, and it's also a bit of a kind of spooky, there's things happening, a bit of a dark read. So perfect.
That's one of the ones that I still want to pick up. I haven't read The Picture of Dorian Gray yet, but I want to read it because it's one of those classics that like so many people really do enjoy.
Yeah, it's a lot of people's like favorites for sure.
I'm like, I'm missing out, I feel like. Also awesome that they were available, Leandra. I believe also both are currently only 8 volumes, so not too overwhelming. That's nice because sometimes those cozy series can be long.
Yeah, like catching up. And like with these two, yeah, it's cozy series, mangas. Like if it's like you can get through them pretty quickly, they're usually pretty short, but yeah, it starts to feel overwhelming when you're like, oh, there's like 20 volumes. Okay, and it's still going. Yeah, like I feel like I'm like, oh, I can keep up and like eventually see a new one be published and be like, I haven't read that yet.
Right? You're like, oh, I can like be a part of reading the newest book out.
Exactly.
Thomas finished a book, now to start another one. Do you know what you're starting? Hello, Allison. Just got to the live. Well, welcome. We're only one sprint into this part of the 24-hour sprints. Reading Beastars, a manga that I would also recommend. Well, I'm going to screenshot this one as well because I am trying to get all sorts of manga recommendations because I'm just starting my manga journey. I'm very new.
This one's like it looks like it's what's it called? Zoomorphology or zoomorphism, when it's like animals who are kind of, like people. That's cool.
That's fun. My book got slightly more interesting with some action, but aren't you almost at the end?
I know, I was like, this isn't really the time. Like that should have happened earlier.
I feel like that took a while. Didn't read, took a shower. It's wash day, so I have to style my hair. Actually, wash day started 2 days ago. 20 pages. Have you looked up manga in the sprints? No.
Yes.
I didn't, but did you?
I was looking up, so that's when I started. I've got all of the Googles, and I'm going one by one to see which ones my library has physically. And so far, the only 2 that I have found include Given and then The Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. I'm still kind of working through the other ones. Like I didn't see Monthly Girl. I know that they've got Demon Slayer too, because at the library where I work, it's really popular. So I know we have that one, but I'm just slowly going through the Google tabs and then like searching them in my library search engine.
Nice. I find my library does not have that many manga, which is very sad. It needs more.
Yeah, it's all dependent on who the library's director is, like the head librarian who deals with it. It's very much dependent on like what they're aware of and what they make room for the budget for. So yeah.
Also bought a couple of books for Rom-Comathon next week. I'm very excited for Rom-Comathon next week. Very, very excited. I plan to read 6 books to fill all 6 prompts. Will that happen? It's questionable, but we're going to attempt it.
You're going to try, and that's what counts.
I'm going to try. Ooh, listening to Olivia Rodrigo while doing the dishes. We approve of this message. Absolutely.
Yes, if it's not an audiobook, that's a good choice.
That's a great choice. Read a couple of chapters, heading to bed. I have a long day tomorrow. Stay safe in the storm. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We are looking like we're getting pretty much hit right on.
Oh my gosh.
But it's fine. That's a tomorrow problem. Well, it's a later this evening problem. Decided I need a craft lamp. I am working with flat back yarn and wearing a headlamp to see it because I want to get this done, but it works, but it's squeezing my head. Yeah, that's fair. I know that you said that the other day on sprints that you couldn't work on the black squares in the night because you needed light. So I never thought of a craft lamp. That's actually like, that makes sense because that's what it would be for.
Yeah, Mariah.
That's why they make them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mariah suggested that she try a headlamp if she has one because Mariah, if you don't know, her job is to work on the insides of planes. That's what she does. So she had headlamps here at the house, and she was using a headlamp for diamond painting before she got her light board.
Nice. I didn't even think of one, but that, because I'm not a crafter, so it would not be where my brain would naturally go. But like, obviously that makes sense. So
I am a crafter. I didn't even think about it.
But I mean, you're a fresh crafter.
A fresh-faced.
I'm fresh to diamond painting, yeah.
This is true. Yeah, you've done other crafting before.
Most of my life, like I've known how to knit and crochet and since I was like 8. I just don't because like counting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I will give up on a knitting pattern so fast. You got about 2 times for me to drop stitches, and then I'm done.
I keep getting the reel. It must be because my phone knows that we talk about crocheting so much, so that it's like it's decided that I must be a crocheter. And I keep getting the reel where it's like crochet makes you question if you can count.
Oh, it does. Because that's the thing. And then like also like that's why I gave up on my blanket because I was like, do you know how many times I've counted this and it said it was 100, but then it ends up being like 95. I don't have time for this. No. Diamond painting is already done for me. Someone has already mapped that sucker out. Do I enjoy watching like Katie from Diamonds and Washi who does like the cross stitch conversion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Am I gonna do a cross stitch conversion? Not on your freaking life, bro. She's over here with like her 5 tablet, like marking off where she's put diamonds. Nothing is mapped out for you. It's just a giant grid. It's just like made for you, and then you have to figure out where the diamonds go. Nope. No.
That's fair. I think I would, because the whole point for doing it for me would be for like something mindless.
Relaxation.
Right. So like that would be the opposite of mindless activity.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not what I want to do it for, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it so that I get a pretty picture at the end, but I don't actually have to think about how to create the pretty picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Steph is in music mode, just listening to Demi Lava's new album.
Demi Lovato. She's got like a new like. Isn't
Demi
it
Lovato,
like?
or is this a person that I don't know?
Yeah.
Okay. So as the resident Demi Lovato stan, we're not going to talk about how much I love Demi Lovato. Okay. So she dropped a revamp album today. Well, technically yesterday, but whatever. I haven't slept yet. Okay. So it's still today.
Yeah.
Basically what she did was she took, I think it's like 10 tracks, a couple from like different albums, and she made them into rock versions. So she was dropping, she dropped like 3. She dropped Cool for the Summer, Sorry Not Sorry, and one other one like early. Like they've been out since I think was it September? I think like
I was seeing them on Instagram too, like her posts about it.
Yeah. And then but today was like the official drop of the whole album. Bro, when I tell you, like there are 2 songs from like her Disney Channel days. Like I'm talking about like first album type.
Yeah.
And like her voice is like more mature now, you know? It's like it's deeper than it used to be almost. Bro, when I tell you I've been listening to it all day, it is so good.
I'm definitely going to start because I was so excited when she was getting into it, making plans. I didn't realize it was coming out so soon. So that's cool.
And Sorry Not Sorry, Slash, if anyone is like old enough to know who the hell Slash is, I mean I am, but like he plays the guitar in the back behind her for Sorry Not Sorry. Bro, when I tell you I'm gonna be screaming this at karaoke, I'm just saying.
I was just about to say, this is, I can totally see that this would be the case because it's very much like reminiscent of, Yeah,
she was part of that whole thing where he was still doing music and everything because she's made statements.
Well, and I know that she left him as like her manager, so that makes a lot of sense, or whatever. Have you all heard the Silly Valver song, I Am Rectangular? I don't think I have.
Oh.
But I will
be scared. Not scared to
this spring. I will tell you that.
I don't want to go find this because I feel like this is going to be some shit like.
Oh, that's true. This is ML.
This is going to be some shit like that one song. It was like that What Does the Fox Say song? Absolutely not.
I love how we know ML so well that we're all like,
like wait.
No,
will this be good for my life or bad for my life?
Right. It's more silly than anything, though. So apparently, it's not going to bring chaos.
Do we believe her? Because
Like
the last
them.
time that she read chaos, I spent days looking up Harry Potter cults. Okay, I'm just saying.
This is true. I know. As soon as you said it, I was like, oh, right. This is ML suggested. It is working for you, though. That's good. That's good. But yeah. But a craft lamp, that makes a lot of sense. Definitely something that I would.
They also have like the magnifier goggle things that have like lights on them too. I mean, I'm not gonna wear them because I think that they look ridiculous, but like I could see how it would be like an accommodation for somebody.
Yeah.
100%.
Counting is the bane of Tina's existence.
Counting is also the bane of my existence, Tina.
Counting is very necessary with crocheting. Yeah.
It is with cross stitch too.
I
That's
think
why
it is with anything like that. Knitting too would be the same, I would assume.
yeah,
Like,
knitting.
yeah.
Knitting is very much like that's why because actually I went back and forth about whether I was gonna pick cross stitch back up or whether I was just gonna do diamond painting. But then the more I looked at diamond painting, I was like, oh, y'all are doing this while you were listening to books though. Like y'all are doing this.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, don't people usually listen to audiobooks while they do this?
Yeah.
You are superhuman. How?
Because there's literally here, I'll try to hold up like my little container without actually I guess I could just put the lid on it. Hold on. There's no counting. Like there's nothing that you have to.
Yeah.
So
it's more like a paint by numbers, but like with diamonds.
So this I just need you to know this is not colors for one kit. This is colors for 2 kits. Okay. That way you don't look at this and you're like, wow. That's why there's this like empty one because it separates. This is the Harry Potter square kit that I'm working on, and this is Ari's little potato one, right?
Okay.
So like I have little stickers on here that came with the kit that have the symbol. I cut off like they're numbered like 1 through whatever how many colors are in the kit. So like this one has 15 colors in it, I think, or 17 colors, and this one I think has about that amount. But I cut that number off. So all this has on it is just the symbol number, which matches the symbol on the kit.
Yep.
And then the DMC. So the DMC number is the color code, which corresponds with cross stitch thread. Okay. So that's what that is. So then when you have I'll just grab this one just because it's sitting here. So when you grab this, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it like on the camera, but there are little tiny symbols.
Hold on. I'm gonna make you big. 1 second.
Make me big. Go ahead.
There you go.
Okay, there's little tiny symbols on canvas.
Okay.
So these symbols, so like this, wow, I just touched it. This like light blue here corresponds with 322. So I cut off this number, which is just the serial number. This is just telling you how many. I mean, this is on like a sticker sheet, so I don't cut it off the canvas. But like this number is just how many colors are in there. And then I just keep these 2 numbers, the symbol and the DMC number. But then when I go to kit down the kit, like when a kit is done and I'm ready to like store the leftover diamond things.
Yeah.
I can't pull them out right now because they're in the bottom of this box. But I have like another little tackle box style thing. It's similar to this one, but the Tic Tac boxes are bigger. Like they're wider than these. Like I would never store leftover drills in these little ass things. I hardly like diamond painting out of these. But I have ones that have bigger Tic Tac boxes, and I bought pre-made DMC stickers from Amazon. They're already numbered like 1 through 3,000 and something. I don't know how many DMC codes there are, but as I kit down kits, I find the DMC number that corresponds, and it goes into that leftover drill container.
Yeah.
But then it's just the number. There's no longer. I would just throw away because all your symbols are going to be different on every kit.
Right. That makes sense.
But I'm only buying at least right now. I'm really only buying from Diamond Art Club. So keeping my leftover drills is fine because they're all going to match. So like if I ran out of a color, like let's say I ran out of 312 from a different kit, but I had leftover 312 from this Harry Potter kit, and they're both square drills, right? Then Okay, well, I have 3 12-inch square drills. So I have one. Now I do have a second container or a second little suitcase thing that will hold square drills because now I have 2 square kits because you
Yeah.
can't mix square and rounds, obviously.
Mhm.
But yeah, but everything is already charted for you. So as long as you match up the codes correctly or the symbols correctly, it's
Mhm.
fine. And then I also cut off that number that tells me how many colors, like this is color 1 through 15 or whatever,
Yeah.
because I was finding myself, my ADHD brain was like, they have to be in numerical order.
Mhm.
Right.
Ever since, and I did that with the unicorn kit, and it drove me nuts because
makes
because it was like trying to look at the legend on the side of the thing, and I was like, this is not helpful to me getting this done. So I saw somebody else cut off that serial number.
Mhm.
I did that. Now I just arrange them by colors. So
Yeah.
like all the blues are together, all the pinks are together, the oranges. Now I do keep the special drills. I keep those at the top. The ABs, I keep those at the top because I don't have to try to like mess around to find them. But all of the like normal diamonds are just sorted into color from light to dark.
Mhm.
And it's just
This is
easy.
wild.
I know.
It's so fun though.
Yeah.
You're
When I
making
tell
me want to do it so badly. I need
I
to like
started-
you send me the code, right? So I have the code for Diamond Art Club.
I don't know. Let me go check. But I should have sent you the code, but I probably forgot. Let me find my phone, wherever it is. But yeah, I don't know. Like this has scratched like a creative itch for me, bro. Like I went 2 weeks without planning anything in my planner. Did my life fall to chaos? Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
C'est la vie.
Was my planner filled out last week? I was like, yeah, because I was like, girl, you like listen, I know you love to diamond paint, baby, but you got to plan your life or your life does nothing. Okay,
Mhm.
I can't move without a planner. So I mean, the planner is back in action now. But I went like 2 weeks with no planner, and they was trying to figure out why my life felt like it was spinning on an axis.
I mean, that makes sense. But you know, the hyper focus happened, and it's just what's happened. Apparently the song is only a 2 out of 10 on the chaos scale though. So
Wow.
but I don't know if I trust ML scale.
You just tempted me because I
I know.
can
Who's controlling the scale?
happening here.
I don't know if I
You know what? I'm gonna Google it. I am rectangular.
Okay.
I'll listen to it during the break. We'll
There
see.
you go. I'm going to put us in a sprint here in just a second, though, because I have to go put Matt to bed, and then I will be back. But there's only 4 comments, so we'll get through the rest of the comments. You can get cross stitch with the pattern printed on the canvas, so you don't have to count. Well, that would be a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I do know you can do that too. But I think because I was taught how to do cross stitch patterns without them printed on the thing,
Yeah.
I find that when I do cross stitch, I automatically count. Because what if they screwed up the print?
Well, that's true.
I don't have that kind of like learning curve with diamond painting because you gave me the canvas, so if it's screwed up, it's your fault.
This is true.
Yeah.
It is
Neva's
so
lesson: trust
pineapple
no
sugar
one.
That's like literally what it is. Which
Yeah,
I
it's just
love.
paint numbers. Because Mr. ReadingWheNeva said that he wouldn't do it, and I was like, you don't like to like paint by number or like, and he was like, nope. He also doesn't like puzzles. He also won't put furniture together. So like,
Yeah.
that it makes sense that like he wouldn't do it. But I was like, it's literally just a giant paint by number.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's this really big section I need to fill out in, so I took my time outlining it so I could just be mindlessly filling it in. That makes sense. ML's laughing at us, and yes, Leandra's going to take one for the team during this, and I will trust Leandra's scale of the chaos.
Yeah, I'll let you all know.
Like, this is a 10. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
I might take a nap during this.
Yeah.
So if I don't come back at the end of this sprint, I'm probably asleep.
That's fair.
I'll be back before the end of the
sprint. Nap. You're going to be up for 24 hours.
Yeah, you deserve it.
But I'm going to go put my kid to bed, and I will see you all in 45 minutes. Hello.
Hello.
I got to 21% on that sprint, and I will say this book has all the drama. Like
All the drama?
it's so much like reality TV show drama, and it's
Mhm.
like just a fun time. Like literally, I was like, oh,
Like, she did what? He said what?
I did for a second. I was like, oh, ma'am, what did you
That
just?
actually sounds awesome. You know, when you're kind of just feeling that, you're like, yes, just give it to me. These people are dramatic, but I'm here for the ride.
I think Neva has taken a nap. So I don't know if we'll see Neva for the rest of the sprints, but we support the nap because I know Neva has to be up all night long
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot going on. So
Yeah, because she's crazy determined. Oh, there she went. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we had some people. Sorry, Leandra, how did your sprint go? I don't think I asked you yet.
It went well. Yeah.
It is
no,
11:30 at night, and
listened
we're
to-
expecting me to function.
I don't. Well, you know what's weird is because I'm not used to us going this long that I'm like, oh my gosh, so we're probably gonna end soon. I'm like, no, we're dedicated. We are here until 12. You're here until 1. I was like, this is happening. So I was like, oh, I've got time. Like we've got more sprints to go. Everything's good. But I finished Spy Family 4, Volume 4, and it's
Yay.
just so cute. The dog and the family. I'm in love. I love them all so much. And then I'm still reading this middle grade like fantasy mystery, which I'm really enjoying. Like there's actually more twists than I expected. I was like, okay, we finally have the solution. And in this past chapter, the second to last one, now I'm realizing there's a new twist, and I was like, wait a second, what's going on? So I'm actually really impressed by it. And I'm 93% of the way. So I'm so close. I'm probably going to finish it in our next sprint.
I love that we're all getting books finished. I mean, the book I finished, I only had 7 pages left, and I'm still counting it.
It counts. It does.
I still finished it in these sprints. We did have Jean join us during that sprint. Hello, Jean. Reading 2 fights. It's slow moving, but I'm enjoying it and at 36%. Nicole went to the bookstore, and we support this. I know that you're saying you should stay away from the bookstore, but I always support book shopping. Just walked out with Lucy Spore's Things We Never Get Over, Things We Hide from the Light, and Things We Left Behind, which I'm pretty sure is all in one series.
That's what I'm assuming. Yeah.
Didn't do anything, but I think I'm going to hop off. Thank you, Tina, for hanging out with us and go have fun with your new puppy.
That's so lovely. Oh my gosh.
Because I don't know if everyone knows, but Tina just got a new puppy on Thursday.
Oh my
And the
gosh.
only reason I know this is because I was on sprints when it
Mm-hmm.
So Tina came into the comments. I was like, I got a new puppy. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my
So
gosh. Do you happen to remember the puppy's name? If not, that's okay.
there was a tentative name. It was not fully decided upon
Okay.
last time I spoke to Tina. Now that may have changed, but it was Mitzi.
Mitzi. Like little mitts. Maybe
That's
if
that's the name that I know, but do not quote me because it was not a finalized name.
mm-hmm.
It was a potential.
Yeah. Like we'll see if it fits the personality kind of thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm not 100% sure, but that was the last thing that I knew of.
Okay.
With it. Ro is putting Rouge down for now and picking up Salt Kiss by Sierra Simone, a gay bodyguard romance. I need to read some of Sierra Simone's books. Like, I've heard such fantastic things and I have not read any. But I will be reading one in October, a little glimpse into maybe something that's happening in October.
Very exciting.
A little hint. Read 20 pages of Dustborn. Very nice. And we have a little bit of a conversation about all the things Nicole's buying in Nicole's book haul. So if you haven't seen that video, highly suggest go checking it out because Nicole's videos are always fantastic. I always support watching Nicole's stuff because I always get so many good book recommendations because Nicole reads things that I don't typically always hear of or pick up, which is always fun. I say that about you too. You were always reading something that maybe I haven't heard of before, and then I'm like, my TBR.
This is why you need to make friends who like kind of tend to have different genres or different
Mm.
favorite authors, because then you're like, oh, that's someone I don't know. Like it's actually like it broadens your horizons for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ate some mac and cheese, cleaned the kitchen, mopped the floors, and got to 18% into Thursday Murder Club. Lexi, you were getting so much done this evening.
So many things. I'm most jealous about the mac and cheese, though. That sounds
Seriously.
delicious.
I love mac and cheese. I am reading One of Us is Dead by
Mhm.
Rose.
Who's the author?
Geneva Rose?
Is it like, I feel like, have I heard the author's name before? Is it a debut? Do you know anything?
It's not a debut. It's like in there's quite a few. This is a backlist, but I think it only came out like last year or 2020 maybe. Like
Mhm.
it hasn't been out that long, a couple of years backlist.
Interesting. Okay,
But
yeah, because I recognize the cover.
I know that they also wrote The Perfect Marriage, which is also on my TBR. So thriller writer.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first book by the author though.
Okay.
Up to chapter 71 of The Man Who Died Twice.
I meant to read that last month.
Oh,
Didn't get
so
to it.
good. I liked the first book more,
Okay.
but I still liked the second book significantly. And I'm excited to pick up book 3 and book 4.
Mm-hmm.
Got to 83% of The Veiled Throne. This was where the drama was happening. So many people showed up at this hair salon and it was drama, and they just kept coming in and saying the tea, and I was like, I'm ready for this.
I love that. That's actually a perfect place to do it.
It really is. It really is. It kind of opens up with, like, obviously one of us is dead. So there's a potential situation here. So the first chapter is the hair stylist talking to the police because they think obviously a hairdresser knows all the tea.
Well,
like,
they think right.
Yeah. True. If we all go and like talk to our hairstylists. Got to 35 pages read. Read 20 pages, have 20 left. Liking it a lot more now. We love this. Had to rethink it as a Buffy episode in novel form. And when I did, I started having a lot more fun. Makes sense why the action is at the end.
Yeah, because it's always like this climactic moment where suddenly, oh, are they going to survive? And then it like gets cleared up in 5 minutes.
True.
So, yeah.
That's true. Because it was very like, there was, with a lot of TV shows, there's like the plot for that one episode, and then there's kind of the overarching plot as well. But something they can kind of finish in like 30 to 40 minutes is something. Finished Unfamiliar. Wow.
Oh, gosh.
Amazing. Cute art style, fluffy, witchy, spooky, ghosty, mysterious. At times, I recommend it for teens and young adults, but most adults would enjoy it too. Nice.
Interesting.
I love that we got to pick it and then also got to see like the full circle moment of it.
I'm glad that it wasn't like, yeah, this wasn't a good choice. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Also glad about that because I would have been like, oh, we picked wrong.
Yeah, we are so sorry.
We didn't mean to. At 65% in Children of Fallen Gods. Have to finish this tonight because it goes back at 8:30 tomorrow morning. And that's such a chunky one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hate that. Because like 65, it's like, oh, I'm 65 of the way. But if it's a really chunky book, that doesn't feel very far sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like that still leaves you a lot to have to read. But it is earlier in the day.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's just a couple hours
left at this point in time. I'd be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that.
Yeah, what's done is done.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Making a new candy bracelet 3D. Nice.
Cool.
And I'm still rectangular, just in
case everyone's wondering. I've not changed shapes.
I was like, this song is so catchy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bop where you're just like,
it is.
Yeah. And then when that like other thing goes in where it's like, I'm holding on, or whatever that part is, like, yeah.
I liked it. It was good. I was laughing at the chat going off during that sprint though of all.
Yes.
I was like, even though it was a 2 out of 10 on the chaos scale, ML, we kind of brought the chaos.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
in the chat.
Success. Once again.
Did it. Check. Finished my 10th square of the day, calling it there. And we got through 2 chapters in Harry Potter 2, going to put Son to bed in the next sprint and read something physically. Leandra, what is the yellow book behind your head?
Oh, this?
That's the one.
So this one, I've been meaning to read it. It's called Kill the Farm Boy. It's the first book in a trilogy. The second one is called No Country for Old Gnomes. I also happen to own that one. And it just seems really funny. Like it says, like the back says, once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, a hero, the chosen one, was born, ... And so begins every fairy tale ever told. This is not that fairy tale. There is a chosen one, but he is unlike anyone who has ever been chosen. And it seems like one, I think I saw somewhere someone was saying that like most of the characters are like diverse in some way, either a part of the LGBT plus spectrum or something else. So it seems really inclusive and kind of like a bit D&D-ish almost, like, you know, like them kind of going off on this adventure. Like it says there, when a quest goes painfully awry, it's up to a talking goat, a mighty warrior who resents her chainmail bikini, an assassin with a fear of chickens, and a cursed, fuzzy-tailed bard to set everything aright. Beset by evils and the Dark Lord Toby, this intrepid company journeys toward the most peculiar happy ever after that ever once upon a time. It just seems very fun. Like it seems really chaotic.
I don't know what I was expecting you to read off the back of that book, but that was not it.
Right? Like it just seems
But it
really
makes you
weird. Like
so
it's got this
intrigued.
little goat. Yeah. So it's on my TBR cart because I'm hoping to keep staring at it and being like, I have to read this because it seems very fun.
Could not get into Sierra Simone, but it might have been the book Lesson in Thorns. Is it on KU? That is a good question. I am not sure. I actually haven't looked yet.
Yeah.
I'm reading Sierra Simone next month, but I only found that out 2 days ago that I was reading. So I haven't done a lot of research into it. This is why I like sprints too. So many people reading so many books, lots of ideas, right? There's always a point in sprints where I add like multitudinous books to my TBR.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Leandra reads so many different things that I do not normally read. And then I read them and I'm like, thank you, Leandra.
Listen, a lot of these I haven't read yet, so we're gonna find out together if they're actually worth it. Maybe I'm taking some chances I shouldn't be.
No, I think you're doing fantastic. I love that we can find like new, like even like sometimes you'll recommend to me different genres that I don't normally read, or even subgenres. Like I'll read a mystery, but not necessarily that subgenre. So it's always good. Leandra, how did your teaching gig go?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's been going well. We're this coming Monday is going to start of like week 3. I know, Nicole, I've been missing out on your sprints. I'm usually there, especially like on Thursdays at the end of my own like library shift and everything, but it's been chaos. It's been really fun though. I'm just kind of getting used to things. So maybe the jury's still out. We'll see how I feel after like a full month and seeing if I want to like go stir crazy or if I'm like, oh, this actually isn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that I know what we were talking about it. We were talking about your teaching gig. It must have been Tuesday night.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was like, honestly, yeah, I feel like that's all I've been talking about
this, but I can't remember when we were, but it must have been Tuesday.
Yeah, these sprints have been really good because even today, because it's Friday, I still had like a bunch of grading I wanted to get done based on participation and things, and I was like, get it done so that you can have the full amount of fun on the sprints as possible. So I did it, and now I'm free as a bird.
Nice. Only read a few pages. That's okay, and a little bit is still progress.
Yeah, only a few pages, a lot of rectangular, I'm sure.
A lot of being a rectangular. Have about 3 hours left of listening. Gonna play a video game and listen to it. So I'll stay up. 3 hours is doable.
Nice. Also, what video game?
Ooh,
That'd be interesting to know. Like, what can you listen to and play, you know?
Yeah, I have a few games on my phone that I'll play while I listen to audiobooks, but they're
Mhm.
very like mindless.
Yeah, like there's like a card game or like matching or something, something along those lines where it's not like you have to like think critically and read too many
Yep.
things.
I could also play like Animal Crossing or something like that.
Mhm,
Again,
mhm.
that's not something that like takes earth-shattering amounts of mental capacity.
Right.
May do bloody sweet after writing my review. Thank you very much
Ooh.
again. Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, my comment skipped, but we'll just go back in a second. We'll go with this one. Love Delilah Dawson's paranormal romance with Portal World, where most things are vampires. The heroine transported by a locket. The male lead is so hot. He's a vampire. Very pro-union.
Yeah,
I
because that's the one of the authors for this book, Delilah Dawson.
Oh, very
Interesting.
interesting. You know, I love a vampire book.
I know, we were just talking about we're like vampires, witches, both. Like, Ro coming in with all of the suggestions today, per
Every
usual.
time. Row is the reason my TBR grows through every sprint all the time.
Mhm.
I have to read that just for book 2. I love gnomes.
I know. It's honestly, the covers are so cartoony and fun too. Like, it's a really clever name, No Country for Old Gnomes. It's just very fun.
I love it. Yeah, next month. And I'm reading the one you probably want me to read. So, Ro does have the best recommendations. It's true. It's true. There are worker strike and A had themes in that paranormal book. It's a Delilah Dawson's debut. Oh, it's the first one. Well, there you
That's
go.
interesting. I love kind of checking out someone's debut just to see like where they started.
I do too. Especially sometimes it's interesting if you've read more of a newer release and then you go back and kind of see like the growth the author has
Mhm.
had over, however many books have come out.
Totally.
Usually play Madden football. It's pretty easy to play and listen, or I'll listen while Derek plays his part. Nice.
Mhm. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, we've hit the end of the comments. So let me do the sprint math. I think if we do a 30 and a 30, that might make the most sense.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Plus, it's getting late, so I feel like a 30 is like
Yeah, like it's almost a question of we're gonna be testing my brain power if we do 45.
So
Yeah.
like I feel
I'll
like
be
a 30
listening
is
to I
about
Am
what my brain
Rectangular.
has growth. Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like a 30 is all my brain has the capacity to do, and then we can chat and like wake up again and then do another
That
one.
works.
Okay, I'll see everyone in 30. Hello.
Hello.
I'm glad we only did a 30-minute sprint because I think I would have started to get very sleepy had we
Yeah.
done.
I could feel myself kind of drooping, and I was like, okay, only a few more minutes left in this sprint. We're doing okay. We need a break.
Same. I was like, oh, good. We'll chat and get kind of like a little energy back, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Especially because it's after midnight for you now.
Yeah, it's 12.
Oh my gosh, you're going strong.
I'm powering through. But
Mhm.
normally, and if anyone who is here on Tuesday nights knows, if I can read at this point, will be shocking. Like it'll be a mess. But we're gonna just keep moving. Just keep trucking. Let me figure out where we were in the comments. But I actually don't even know. How did your sprint go? And I'll find out.
I finished No One Leaves the Castle. It was such a cute read. It was really great. It was really fun. I want to like own it actually. This is an arc that came out like this past month actually. So I'm really far behind in a bunch of stuff, but I'm trying to stay ahead of the stuff that's actually happening now. I've kind of given up on everything that's already passed. I'm like, well, it's too late. I'll get to it. Yeah.
I feel that to my soul.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like I don't know if I will ever get to all those fast ones. I mean, I will at some point, but yeah.
But soon, probably not.
Definitely not soon. Definitely not. But the ones that are upcoming, I actually only have a couple of upcoming arcs.
Oh yeah. I think I have maybe one or two that are in 2024, and before that I've got like a couple. But yeah, it's manageable at this point. Like I haven't gone crazy.
Yeah, if I delete all the past ones, like you said.
Yeah. We're not talking about the past. That was a different Leandra, a different Brittany.
Definitely. I got to 29% of.
Okay. Yeah, you're actually kind of getting through that. Even sleepy Brittany, you're like a third of the way through.
Luckily, it's an audiobook, and I would not say it's a difficult read because it's very much just like the drama.
Yeah.
So it's not like it doesn't take a lot of mental. So it's a perfect read for the late night.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's great.
So Allison is finishing up Kingdom of Ash. Hello, Kiana. How are you? And we've had a Courtney pop in. Hello. Andy got 24 more pages done during that sprint. Courtney. Finished Dorian Gray. So good. One of my favorite classics for sure. Like we were just saying, it seems to be like a favorite for so many people.
Yeah, a lot of people. It's also like super readable. I feel like sometimes classics, like the syntax and things, feel a bit clunky, but I felt like Dorian Gray was actually kind of an easy read, and like in regards to the language.
Right. It's not super long either, is it? No, I was thinking it's not big. Like I said, I haven't read it, but it's definitely one that I want to read because I like it. We are always happy to see you, Courtney. Listened to 6%. That you're getting there.
Chugging along.
Make it through. You're getting through it. We all are. Folded a load of laundry and read 9 pages of The Lightning Thief. Lovely.
Nice.
We have another finished book by ML, 3.5 stars.
All right.
It ended up managing to give me Buffy vibes I was looking for. Nice.
Lovely. You know what? If there's something, at least it's that. Because like that's the whole point. It should give you Buffy vibes if it's kind of like a retelling or revamped thing. So yeah, like we're happy with that.
Nothing read this sprint. Just got my bike ready for summer. Nice. I keep forgetting that you are on a different season.
I know. As it's getting colder outside here, it's getting warmer for Nicole.
As I'm like putting up pumpkin backgrounds on the sprints, Nicole's getting ready for summer.
She's like, oh, things are starting to bloom, maybe, hopefully.
Listening to I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made of Whiteness. Interesting. I don't think
That
I've heard
is.
of this book, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah. Actually, Kiana, you might be interested in, it's called Black is the Body by Emily Bernard. I just taught one chapter from that book to my students today. And a lot of them thought it was really thought-provoking. So I don't know, just based on the kind of like the subtitle and all of that. Yeah, check it out. Emily Bernard. She seems like a really thoughtful author.
At 40% of Two Fights by Nikki Castle. You're getting through it. Hello. Just joining and reading Cleat, Cute, and I need to read this book. I have heard so much fantastic things from those who have read this book.
I mean, honestly, this is the era for sports romances. Like, we're seeing so many of them, like, kind of pop up everywhere that I'm like, yeah, like, this fits. That's cool.
So true. I mean, I do love I haven't, like, dived too deeply into the sports romances yet, but, like, the ones I've read, I've enjoyed. So, like, I want to read more.
Yeah. I just got one. I was sent to me by a publisher and I can't remember why I have it, but I think it's called something like Love at First Lift or something. It's like it's not sports romance, but it's like lifting, like athletic kind of adjacent romance, and it's sapphic too, which I'm very excited about. Apparently the main character, she's like a big kind of gym buff. She goes to this wedding, convinces this girl in the bathroom to end her relationship with her fiance, or the person she's supposed to be with. She doesn't realize that she's talking to the bride. The bride ends the wedding, and then it's this kind of sapphic romance between her and the bride when the bride kind of joins her gym. So I'm kind of excited about it. Like, I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's called something like Love at First Lift. I'll double check during the sprint or whatever.
Yeah. Do you know if it's out yet or if it's coming out?
Yes, I believe so. Oh, I think the author's Jennifer Dugan, actually, now I think about it.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that author's name before. I can't think of what for.
Yeah. Love at First Lift. Or no, Love at First Set. There we go. I was thinking lifting weights. Set makes sense. Yeah, apparently it came out May 23rd.
I've heard of that book. Now that you say that.
It's like an orangey cover.
I want to read.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
It does. 25 degrees there today.
That's quite nice, isn't it? That's like 25 degrees Celsius.
Yeah,
right?
Like that would be as warm as I would want it to be in the summer. If it's
like 70 something. Yeah. Okay.
But for fall, that's too hot.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But
no.
Yeah,
we don't want that here.
No, I don't want
that out of here.
Catching up on laundry, washer and dryer were broken for a week. Oh, that's awful. Now you've got some laundry to do. We had our fridge break like last month, which is like the worst appliance to break.
Oh my God. Especially because there's like so much like stuff and you're like, okay, what's actually lasted? What's okay? And if anything, like, where do you store it until you get it?
Well, that was it, because it's not like you can get a new fridge. Like, even when you go and buy one, it still takes, a week or two to get one. So I was like, I guess we're getting a mini fridge. So I went up to Walmart and bought just like a, compact.
Yeah. To be like, this is what's going to tide us over.
Yeah. And I was like, we're going to have to go to the grocery store like every 2 days because it can only hold like one thing of milk, one thing of juice. Like,
and nothing frozen. Like, unless you get like a little tiny freezer and it's like still only like 2 things.
Yeah. Luckily we have a big chest freezer. So like I could just put everything in that.
Good.
For the frozen stuff, but it was such a pain. And the thing is, it broke, but the lights all still worked. So I didn't notice the fridge wasn't working until everything was warm.
No.
That if all the lights worked.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have noticed, but I didn't. Like, it was just because who listens for the humming of the refrigerator?
Yeah. Or even like, I feel like if you shut the door periodically, like, it's not like you really notice the temperature changing too much too, because you're just in and out. Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I noticed in the morning because by the morning it was not working enough that like everything was working. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Going to be kind of sad when I finish because I will be caught up on Sarah J. Maas's books and will need to wait for more to come out. One comes out in January or February. The new.
I have no idea, actually.
I feel like the new Crescent City book comes out early next year, but I would not be. I only know that because I know other people who are excited about it because I haven't
Mhm.
read Crescent City, so like I'm not up to date, but
Mhm.
I know that's a thing that is coming.
Mhm. Yeah, check it out.
Neva's back. Hello?
There we go. It's very dark because I'm about to go downstairs to finish this hair.
There.
I'll be right back. I'm just getting my hair done, then I'll come right back up. Go to sleep. Sleep.
Bianca, what classes do you teach?
Well, good question. So ML, I'm teaching 2 low-level sections of like college writing. So transfer students, freshmen, first year students who are non-traditional maybe. And that's where I taught, those are the sections that I taught Black is the Body, the 1 chapter from there. The other one I'm teaching, it's called Writing About Literary Genres. And that's also low level, mostly sophomores. And as the professor, I get to choose a genre. So I chose detective fiction, which has been very fun. And yes, Black is the Body is like it's like deemed a memoir, but I'm pretty sure she's published like various chapters in like academic journals and other type of publications, but it is kind of like a memoir for her.
Nice.
Yeah, honestly, I found it really thoughtful, and I would love to know like all of your thoughts too if you end up reading it. I actually have already let one of my students borrow a copy, and I have another one who's in line waiting. Like a few of them are like, "Oh, I'm interested too," so they're just gonna like trade and share my copy because yeah.
Nice. Yours is a memoir too, and we love memoirs. I do too. I don't read enough nonfiction, but I always enjoy it when I do. Usually nonfiction is one that I do like to listen to audiobook though, because it's usually read by the author, which is lovely.
Oh, for sure.
Get up to 39 degrees in the summer. Absolutely not.
No, thank you.
No.
My body is not designed for that.
Absolutely not. Yes, it comes out January 31st. See, I knew.
Yeah.
No, it could not be fixed. I had to get a new fridge.
It's so and refrigerators are expensive, like any appliances, right? Like any new appliance is expensive.
Yeah, it is what it is. We had the people come and look at it, and no, it was gone, and I was sad, but that's okay because now we have a new fridge and it's all fixed now, and there was warranties and stuff, so it was fine. Yes. It was still a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it doesn't change how annoying it was.
No, it was still a huge annoyance, but it's fine. Put my son to bed and now trying to find an audio for the physical books. I have no luck. Boo. Think I will read my cozy until bed.
Yeah.
I hate when I can't get the audiobook.
Especially when you kind of have gotten used to it. You've been lucky for a long time. And you're like, ooh, this is working great. And then you get used to it. So then as soon as it's not available, you're like, come on. Yeah.
I am bad with when I'm picking my TBR because I'll do the rolls and then I'll go pick all the books. And I will pick a book, look to see if I can get the audio, and if I can't, switch it to
like, never mind.
No.
My issue is usually I can find the audio. It's just on freaking whatever that is, Audible. I'm like, I'm not trying to pay for that.
Yeah, I can usually get them there too, but I will decide if a credit is worth it. Because if I can get it through the library, but it's just a wait, I will just be like, well, I'll put it on for another future.
Right.
Or something. I can get the audiobook. I'll put it on hold and pick something else for like right now. Because if I can get it from the library and it's just a long hold, I tend not to use an Audible credit for it because it's like such a waste, you know?
Yeah, you're like, I'll just wait then. Yeah. Like I don't need it right now.
I'll just wait. Unless I need it for like a book club or something that I like have to read it.
Well, I have to
moment in life.
I have to continue the Plated Prisoner series for a vlog. The only way to get those is on Audible because they're on KU, so they're an Audible exclusive. So I'm like, I don't want to though.
Yeah, I mean, I
waste a whole credit on a book that, like, on a series of books that I'm probably not going to read again. No.
Yeah,
they just had a big Audible sale here. I don't know if it was in the States too, but it was here in Canada. And they had a $5 audiobooks. And I was like, okay, what Audible exclusives do I need?
Like, go.
Because $5, that's better than a credit. So
No, 100%.
yeah. There you go. Nice to genre 1. That's awesome.
I think the students are enjoying it too. Like, I don't think that any of them have ever taken a college course where they get to read mysteries and kind of think about them critically. So yeah, like I think they're pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. The writing ones, not so much. But I'm allowed to say that after 10 years plus of teaching it off and on. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have some hellos from Mr. Reading with Neva.
He was like standing behind me weird. Yeah, I vape sometimes.
Yeah, he was like watching. He's like, what's going on?
Already started the books, just wanted to get through them faster.
Yeah.
There is another Stuff Your Kindle Day coming up on the 30th of September. So just 14 days? 14 days, because it's now passed into the 16th for me.
Oh, I know. That's what you are you're the future.
I am in the future now. Oh, it might be the 20th. I thought it was the 30th, but it could be the 20th.
Ooh.
That's
It's
possible.
only a matter of days.
Okay.
Then it is really soon.
I'll get to one side, and then I'll just start on the side. We can do that last row.
Go this way.
Spent my Amazon credits on 2 books yesterday.
I hope they were worth it.
Hello, Miss Hairdressing with Neva.
I called you Miss Hairdressing with Neva.
So funny. Okay. That is the end of the comments, but we're going to only do a 25-minute.
That works, and we can have like a quick check-in.
5 minutes.
Then we can just do a quick check-in before we have to head over to Brooklyn's. This is the last sprint on this channel, but it's not the last sprint of the 24-hour sprints. Not at all. After this, we're moving to Brooklyn. So I will put the link to Brooklyn's sprints in the comments during this sprint so everyone knows where to go. But until then, I will see you all in 25 minutes. Hello.
Hello.
I ended up getting to 36%, which I'm happy that I almost am at 50. I'll probably finish this chapter, though, when we're off sprints and then call it for the evening.
Yeah, that sounds good.
How did you do?
Because I finished Spy Family and I finished No One Leaves the Castle, I ended up deciding to kind of like start updating my bullet journal. And I realized, if you see this lovely spread I've got here, that was my 85th book. So I've read 85 books this year. Yeah, very exciting.
Amazing.
For someone who tends to have the goal of 50 books, this year has been crazy for me. So thank you, BookTube. Thank you, everybody, for giving me lovely recommendations. It's all thanks to you.
I love seeing your bullet journal wrap-ups that you do because you are so creative with the pictures that you draw. I'm like,
Thank you.
it's so beautiful. You do such a lovely job.
Yeah, it's my version of diamond painting, my version of crocheting, and that's my creative outlet.
Neva, how did you do? You getting your hair done?
Yeah, my headphones are upstairs, so I did not listen to an audiobook.
Productivity.
I'm gonna play the
is what
game
it
on my
was,
phone now.
productivity sprints.
Nice.
That's productive.
Nice. We got to 78%, got to chapter 77. Less than an hour left. You got this.
Oh my goodness.
Right? 85 books. Amazing.
Thanks. I'm very proud of it too.
I love that we're just like, yay. I love this community because it's like such a supportive community.
Mm-hmm.
Like the internet is not always a nice place, but like BookTube is a great little area of the.
You could literally have been like, I read one book right now this whole year. You'd be like, yes, girl.
Or like, I DNF'd a book. Yes, you DNF'd that book.
Literally yesterday, we did that for me in the comments.
Definitely did.
Like, yes, she did it.
Thanks, everybody.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you? We're just about to head off my sprints and head over to Brooklyn's, but I do have the link for Brooklyn's pinned in the comments. So that's where we're headed. Well, that's where Neva's headed. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, me too.
They're like, good night. That's where I'm headed. I'll be there.
Neva's going, but yeah. Hello, Katie. Excited to pick up a book to wind down today. Unfortunately, you missed all of my sprints, but like I said, it's not the last ones. There's more over on Brooklyn's channel for you to join in on. 20 pages read. Not going to lie, I didn't do anything productive except go to the bathrooms. We got fruit flies. Ugh, they're so annoying and so hard to get rid of.
Same. I just actually, like, before the sprint started, I put out like kind of like a homemade trap thing. I looked it up on the internet. I don't know. This is the season. I always get fruit flies this time of year, and it's really frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Got to page 138 of Love's Insight, Volume 1. We always support DNFs. Life's too short to read books you're not enjoying.
Mm-hmm.
We are super clean people, and the internet says it could actually be the pipes. Mm-hmm. They can come up through your pipes. It's true.
That's disgusting.
75%. It is gross, isn't it? I hate that. I hate bugs of all kinds. We have a spider out in our bushes, and it is like this large, but it's like outside. So like, I feel like I need to leave it be, but like, it's like the bush right outside the window. And I'm like, you stay there. But if you come in,
yeah, you can be my next door neighbor, but you're moving in.
Just so you know. I support this. Neva liked it, so Neva may not, but I did not like this book at all.
I use book like 4.5 stars. I enjoyed it.
I know you did. I know. I would have
No
DNF'd
one else liked it.
I would have DNF'd it had it not been literally 2 hours left on doing 28 and 28, and I needed to finish this book. Like, I was like, I can't change. Like, this is my last book, so I have.
It's a weird book. I will say that. Like, the conspiracy theory part of it takes a weird turn. So, like, I get why people didn't like it. I was just surprised I was the only one in the entire readathon that enjoyed this book, and it wasn't even my book for the readathon.
But this is a great segue because we have 1 minute to get over to Brooklyn. So I'm going to end these, but we will see everyone. Well, Neva will. I'll probably hop in the comments while I'm getting ready for bed. But that is the end of these sprints. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and continuing on for the rest of the 24 hours. And we will see you all very, very soon.